Buying a home is the largest financial commitment and the most expensive purchase most people make in their lifetime. It's true that the home is shelter and a place you look to build lasting memories with your family and loved ones. But it's also a financial investment, and getting it right and avoiding costly mistakes is important when you are making a financial commitment of this size. That careful decision-making process is why we usually work with people for 6 months to a year on buying a home. It is a process with a lot of moving and ever-evolving parts, and it's not an event. The first step in that process is surrounding yourself with the right team of advisors to help build out a plan and guide you through that process, and the first and number one person you should choose is your realtor. I've helped clients buy and sell properties in other parts of the country, and I've bought in other parts of the country as well, and we always start off by hiring the right realtor for your needs. Choosing the right realtor is the absolute number one most important step for me and for my clients in finding success and avoiding costly disasters, and not all realtors are the same. If you're looking to buy a property, I'll talk about how I choose the right realtor for myself and for my clients and why it's important in today's video, and you can apply it to your Oahu home search. Hi, I'm Scott Startsman with the High Estates team and List Sotheby's International Realty. Buying a property here in Hawaii in general, and specifically on Oahu, is expensive and is a high involvement decision. I'm going to give you my 6-step process for choosing the right Oahu realtor for your needs. Now, be sure to check out the description below for more in-depth information, valuable resources, and links to other related videos. If you have any questions or thoughts, leave a comment below. I read and respond to as many as I can, and I'd love to hear from you. So to start off with, step number 1 is find someone who has experience, which means someone who does a lot of transactions per year. To give you a little background, not all realtors are the same, and that's a key component of being able to choose the right realtor for you. As you can see here in this slide, there are over 7,000 active realtors on Oahu. 66% of realtors did 0 to 1 transaction last year, 86% did 0 to 5 transactions, 94% did 0 to 10 transactions, and only 125 of us did 20 or more transactions last year. Having been in the business for 20 years, I know that in order to make a living as a realtor, you need to be doing a minimum of 10 to 15 transactions a year. Personally, for me, when I look at hiring a realtor in another area, I look for someone who's doing 20 or more transactions in a year. Now, there are only 125 of us out of 7,000 here on Oahu that do 20 or more transactions a year on average. In doing so, that's not a whole lot of people you can navigate through and find that have the kind of experience you may want. Now, the reason for 20 transactions a year is because they have gone through a lot of transactions, they have seen and experienced a lot of different things that can help you navigate through the potential pitfalls, help you avoid costly mistakes, and they're going to be able to give you advice that allows you to be successful in what your real estate goals are. One of my favorite quotes is, "Experience is the hardest teacher because it gives you the test first and the lesson later." So what you're looking at doing when you're hiring an experienced agent, one that does a lot of transactions, is that you're hiring someone who has learned the lessons before, so you don't have to go through those costly lessons. You also need that number of transactions a year to feel what the market is doing, to be able to be in the know in the marketplace, and to have enough connections and relationships within the real estate community to be able to make deals happen. Step number 2 in finding the right realtor is finding someone with years of experience in the business. Typically, I look for someone who has 20 years of experience in the business. The reason being is that person has been through multiple market cycles, they've been through ups and downs, they've seen what comes at them in different ways. Market cycles typically run in 10-year cycles, 8 years in an up or growing market, and 2 years in a down market. In doing so, someone with 20 years in the business, they have typically experienced multiple market cycles, which means they better understand how the home market will react to economic changes. They can also share experiences that they have had during those times, which will help you better understand how to properly navigate the current marketplace. Years in the business typically means more experience, but not always. I just had one of my most challenging escrow processes with an agent that had been in the business for 30 years, but only did one transaction a year, which meant real estate was a hobby for that person, and even though she had been licensed for 30 years, she lacked the knowledge and experience needed to help get the parties through the transaction. Step number 3 is you want to find someone who has expertise in the areas of service you are looking for. For example, in 2005, I helped create the corporate and individual relocation department for a local real estate company here on Oahu. We helped companies such as Microsoft, Home Depots, Lowe's, and defense contractors move their employees to and from Oahu. I've done a significant amount of corporate and individual relocations. There is a big part of understanding what that entails, which is you uprooting your life wherever you are in the world and having to get reestablished in the community here. Be careful of realtors doing moving to Hawaii posts and videos, especially neighborhood tours. It's easy to post about a neighborhood or do a neighborhood tour online when they live here and you don't. They automatically will have more knowledge about those areas than you will, but a lot of agents don't understand and don't have the experience with the move management portion, which is helping you with the move portion and getting you reestablished here in the community. A relocation specialist is someone who truly understands moving to Hawaii. You are ending a chapter of your life in one place and moving to Hawaii, a place in the middle of the Pacific that is as close to living in a foreign country as you can get without being outside of the United States. What do you bring? How do you get your pets here? Do you ship your car? How do you ship your items? Where do you stay when you land? Buying a home and integrating into the community, getting introduced to bankers, doctors, schools, etc. There's a lot of steps to the process. Understanding those dynamics, those are things that come into play, and getting you situated into the community you are moving to here on Oahu is important. If you are looking for an investment property, then you are going to want to hire someone with an investing background, someone who understands land use and zoning codes, understands building codes and cap rates, and can explain the cap rates for you here in Hawaii. What are the internal rates of return here? What the vacancy rates are? What are some of the landlord tenancy laws? These are the types of realtors you're going to want to hire to help you understand how that property is going to perform and to help you run the numbers. The same goes with a vacation home experience or buying in a new development project. You're going to want someone that has the experience, the relationships, and the connections with the developers. Someone who has done sales in the new development projects and is familiar with the process and how it works. New development project sales are very different than resale sales, and each project is handled in a different process from each other. The realtor you hire should align with the type of services you need. Step 4 is finding the realtor that has the expertise in the areas and the type of properties you are looking for. Basically, you want someone who lives in the area you are looking to buy and has done a significant number of sales in that area. You don't want to hire the North Shore agent who is helping you buy a Waikiki condo. If you are looking in the Diamond Head, Kahala, or Waikiki area, you want someone who lives in the general area and knows what's happening and knows the nuances of that area. They will know things you can't find online, and that expertise will be invaluable to you. You also want someone who has expertise in the type of property you are buying in that area. If you are looking for condos, you want someone who has condo experience, someone that can tell you how the associations are run. Are they run well? Are there assessments in place, or are there assessments coming up? For homes, is there neighborhood info to know? Is a road widening or sewer project coming down the road? Step 5 is important, but the first 4 steps should not be skipped. you're going to want to find someone who aligns with your personality and aligns with your beliefs and your values. You'll be working closely together anywhere from 3 months to 2 years, so it's important that you get along and trust that person. Step 6 in the process is to have a consultation and interview them. You're going to want to interview them, and the realtor is going to want to interview you as well. What you are doing is making sure that the fit is right and there is a transfer of knowledge. For example, you're trying to transfer to me what your situation is and what you are looking for in a home and the type of lifestyle you are looking for, and I would be trying to transfer my 20 years of knowledge and experience to you. Together, we can help build the right plan that is most effective and efficient for you going forward. You're going to want to ask questions. How's the market going? You should also ask to see their sales and their credentials in the areas of service you are looking for. You can even ask for references and testimonials and tell them what you are looking to do and accomplish. From there, the realtor should be able to put in a good plan to help you accomplish what you are looking to do and get you into the right property. We can also bring in other important pieces, professionals that might be important to that process, from lenders to architects to attorneys and to inspectors. From this consultation, we can help avoid pitfalls, avoid costly mistakes, head off issues before they happen, and make the process more smooth and stress-free. This is the process I take when I buy properties in other areas. This is also the same process I use to help my clients buy and sell in other states and in other countries. We always start by assembling the right team of professional advisors before we start the process, and the right realtor is the first and most important piece to that team. We are the orchestra conductors for the entire process and have the tools and the relationships to be able to successfully get you to where you want to go. I hope this helps you find the right Oahu realtor. If you are ready to get started on your search for a home here on Oahu, contact us or start by clicking the link in the description below. You can also learn more on Oahu's housing market and search for the latest properties at highestates.com. Thanks for watching my video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with anyone who might be considering their own slice of paradise here on Oahu.